Hey, we are here in Austin, Texas with Shannon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, okay, so you are an IronGrad alumnus.
Yes.
And you graduated from the front end class.
I did. I graduated this summer.
Awesome. So let's rewind. What were you doing before the IronGrad?
So before the IronGrad, I was traveling a lot in Asia and a little bit in Australia. I was fortunate enough to quit my job and kind of focus on where I wanted to take my career in my life.
Yeah.
Because I was really unhappy working in the museum setting that I was previously.
Okay.
I love museums and I love art, but it really just wasn't what I was hoping for in terms of fulfillment and satisfaction.
Sure.
So, I did a lot of soul searching, digging around.
Favorite place in Asia?
Probably Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
I've heard so many good things.
It's
I have
really
to go there
awesome.
one day.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool at night, too, when everything's lit up.
Yeah, I
Love
bet.
it. Yeah.
Tons of neon.
I was just doing a lot of that. Started taking some online classes just at the community college for a little bit of Java, JavaScript, and like HTML and CSS. And I just fell in love with it.
How did you decide you wanted to do that? Was it a friend, or did you just say, I'm interested in this? Or
Yeah, actually, it was two friends that had graduated from another coding school.
Yeah.
And they had great success stories. And neither of them really did any computer science or engineering undergrad degree like me. And so I looked into it and just really decided that this was for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you took some online classes at a local community college.
It was, yeah.
How did you decide you wanted to come to a code school as opposed to just teach yourself or continue learning online?
Well, that's why I was like, maybe I can try doing it abroad and, I don't know, just try and make it work that way. That's why I decided to take the online courses. I tried teaching myself and reading a couple books, but that's not for me. I need to talk to people. I need to ask questions. I need to have that interaction.
Sure.
To know that, one, I'm on the right track instead of just, I don't know, just kind of stumbling around trying to figure it out. And I really needed the direction to say, here are these steps that you need to take in order to really be successful.
Yeah. So what was the experience like? I mean, did the IronGrad help you with all those things?
Oh, yeah, that and more. I mean, the IronGrad was just from everything, from beginning to end. Any question I needed, any sort of emotional support, the staff, everyone really made sure that they covered all grounds. I mean, you still have to work really hard.
Sure.
And I knew that going into it, but there wasn't anything that was missed. Yeah,
very cool.
It was great.
How did you decide on the IronGrad? You said you had some friends who went to other code schools.
Yeah.
So did you search around? How did you land on the IronGrad being the one for you?
Yeah, I did. I did a lot of research online, asked a bunch of questions to my friends, and they actually recommended the IronGrad over their code school because they were just hearing better and better things as time had progressed.
Sure.
And I just did a lot of online research as much as I could.
Yeah.
And everything I read, I really loved. And I really liked how it was Texas Workforce Commission. So I was just like, that's the only school with that to back it up. And I was like, that actually says a lot about the school. And it made me feel really good. And then when I finally moved back to Texas, I met Carly, the campus director. And I was like, this is it. This is for me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you graduated in the summer. What happened after class? And what are you doing now?
So after I graduated, I had a bunch of friends. We're a really tight-knit group.
In class, friends
in class. Yeah. And we decided to be on each other every day. Hey, are you coming to class? Because there was a transitional period between cohorts, and the Austin campus was like, you can study here as much as you want. It's not a problem. So we had this free space to study in, free Wi-Fi, and we would just be there for support. Did you apply to jobs? Look over my resume and cover letter. And then also when we were oh, what are you learning that's new? Or show me this. We had, I had a back-end friend, and he would show me some Ruby, or I would help him with JavaScript. And it was just that consistency and working hard together made it a little bit less scary, just because it's such a big change to because I felt really safe when I was here. I knew exactly what I was going to do that day. I knew the homework that I had to complete and all those steps. But then, just jumping out into the real world, I've done that before, and it's really overwhelming because there's so much.
Sure.
So having that, and then also just having the staff here, Carly and Quincy, they would just check in and be like, how's your job application? Like, how are things? Just making sure that I was still on top of it and like giving me really good encouraging feedback. And that was how I got through to where I am today, I think.
Cool. And so what are you doing today?
I'm working at Clearhead Next Door.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a digital optimization agency.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's I'm like the front end intern.
Yeah.
But it's full-time, paid, and most of their interns move forward into like I don't want to say a real position because it's real, but like like it's a hired full-time position. Yeah.
So what does your day-to-day look like?
They've actually decided to like kind of push me forward a little bit harder. They said that I was the best applicant that they had had for this position, and I know felt pretty good. Yeah. And so my boss has just been like, hey, we're gonna like see how far you can get instead of just like taking it slow and going that route. So I've been learning their testing platforms, and then now I'm just about to finish my first like beginning to end test that I'm going to submit. And I've only been there, it'll be a month on Friday. So it's like it's really awesome.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep.